Hey y'all, Jaybird here, and welcome to 4x4 Today, where we bring you rides, events, and news that you can use. Today, I've got three great events and a little bit of Moab news. Of course, always have Moab news. So we're going to talk about the Smoky Mountain Jeep invasion, Jeepin for Judd, and the Georgia Jeep invasion. So let's get started. First of all, it's just to let you know the Smoky Mountain Jeep invasion. They've got the dates up. It's August 22nd to 24th in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. This is a huge expo with all the parts vendors, all that kind of stuff. There's thousands of Jeeps to go see. So if you are looking for parts for your vehicle, this is one that you want to make sure you go to. They have got the vendors for everybody there. So that's the Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. That's in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, August 22nd and 24th. All right, got another great one for you. Now, this one is the Georgia Jeep Invasion, and it's hosted by the Georgia Jeep Alliance. So their pre-registration is open. It's going to be June 7th through 9th, and it's actually going to be at the Morris Mountain ORV Park in Alabama. So we'll have a link for that. The pre-registration is open now, so you can go to the Georgia Jeep Invasion. All right, a little bit of Moab news. So as many of you know, maybe not, the Forest Service and the federal government is trying to close a whole bunch of world-class trails out in Moab. Moab is the place to go four-wheeling. They've got some awesome trails, and the BLM and the Forest Service is trying to close the trails. There's lawsuits pending, and so basically just recently a coalition of off-road groups took the challenge to the federal government. Trying to challenge, it's an arbitrary and capricious illegal closure. And so Blue Ribbon, Colorado Off-Road Trails, and an individual named Patrick McKay, thank you, Patrick, went to the federal court to ask for a federal injunction to stay the Forest Service's work on the trails while the legislation is pending. So we have a lawsuit going. It's pending, but the federal government had said they were going to start decommissioning the trails, tearing them up, and getting them back. So that means, if they do that, we can't go back from this. So this is important. We want to keep trails open. They made this decision without regard to the local community, to the historic needs of the historic use of the trails, and they're just closing the trails just arbitrarily. So that's that. Hopefully, now the hands are in the court to hopefully stay the work to close those. So that's an important one. All right, I want to talk about Jeepin for Judd. That's actually a good one coming up really quick. But before I do that, let me ask you to please like and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have that. If you have any comments about anything, about Moab or about any events, I need to hear from you about the events. So I'd love to get a comment from you. You can email at events@4x4today.com. So if you have an event that we could feature, I would love to share that as well. So let's talk about Jeepin for Judd. Jeepin for Judd is another sheriff down in Florida. And now I'm a big Pickens County Sheriff's Jeep Fest supporter, but Jeepin for Judd is another sheriff. And his event is going to be February 23rd through 25th in Clear Springs Ranch in Bartow, Florida. So it's a family-friendly event. It's a Jeep-only event, so only Jeeps. Now, you have to register if you want to go on the trail rides, the obstacle course, etc. But spectators, absolutely free. Now, all the proceeds are going to the Polk Sheriff's charities, which is great. It's gonna helps a lot of folks. So they have got raffles, trail rides, they've got camping, they've got all kinds of stuff. They even have, okay, so Kelly Buick GMC has actually donated, and they call it a cheap Jeep, but this is not anything but cheap. Um, it's a 2018 two-door Jeep Wrangler JK. It's got an appraised value at $26,175. I mean, really? So the raffle is going to be, at 3 o'clock on the 25th at Jeepin for Judd. It's only $20 to get a raffle ticket, and they're only going to sell 3,500 tickets. So you can have one of 3,000 to win a cool Jeep. That's pretty good. That's great. Makes me, maybe I'll buy a ticket and then I can go there because me, I'm a Land Rover guy. All right, that's Jeepin for Judd. Make your plans to go to Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. Hey, the Georgia Jeep Invasion is coming up, and some Moab news. That's it. That's all I got for you today. I'm Jay Bird, the Ice Cream Man, and I will see you on the trails.